Unfortunately, I got the video when the bull bar arrived in the truck that had to come in. I mean, they sent a freaking truck from the airport specifically just to load that thing into my garage, which was just massive. But all that video was lost when I had to flush my phone. So I'm starting over here again, just going to show some of the pieces. This is the bed in the spare bedroom, just to show some of the pieces that are required to install this thing. The winch, installing that in the bull bar, that took like 6 hours just to do that, get that thing lifted up and all of that. But this is the kit that came with this thing, and this bag was just full of hardware that was loose. And so part of the process was I sorted everything out into bags with inventory. So I know what each individual washer, lock washer, nut, bolt, every little piece that goes together on all of this stuff. They even supply tools like this that you have to bend at an angle to shove in to hold nuts at certain places. It's insane. And then it came with all the fog lights and the wiring looms and all that stuff. So I wanted to kind of get this as a pre-shot video before I start actually putting this thing on. So this was quite an undertaking. I never would do something like this again, I don't think. Okay, so start of the bull bar. Suspension has been done. Brakes have been done. Alignment has been done. So now we have the ability to put something heavy on the front. These instructions are just awesome, like anything else. So you get these pictures of these templates that you have to stick on the front of the grill or the fascia. And so anyway, these lines that you see here are going to be where I actually have to take a Dremel tool and cut this thing. And so really, after you get done, the only thing that is showing or remains is the top half. So all the lower half gets cut off and thrown away because the bull bar will be replacing all of that area. So I have taped it off, measured it, leveled it, and done about as good a job as I can possibly think of. But once you cut that, it's one trip to the moon. I mean, that's it. There's nothing left. So I'm hoping that this comes out okay. We'll see. Okay, I felt like this was a good time for a quick break. So I think I filmed this before, but anyway, I installed the winch in the bull bar before starting all this, and that was a massive job, by the way. So here we are. Remove the front fascia. Of course, we got it marked like I did before, but next is the scary part. That's when I like start cutting and hoping that it's measured right. So we will see. Moving on. Okay, so I've got the grill inserts removed. I still got to cut those. But here's the fascia. I got, as I mentioned before yesterday, I've got them marked. I'm getting ready to take a Dremel tool and cut this thing in two. Kind of scary. Okay, got one cut. So it's about halfway split at the moment. So I hit the other side. All this is going to hit the floor. Ouch. Just a quick video update. So there were these 3 holes here that were just kind of obviously open, and it didn't really fill the spot. It needed something inside of here. ARB puts these great big huge red spotlight things here, and it was just ugly. But I found these Casey highlights, and the reason that I like these was because they're driving lights, LEDs, but the matte black matches. They're 6-inch versus like 10-inch, smaller profile. I just thought it made that look a little bit better to put those out there. So I'm just doing kind of a quick walk around because we're getting ready to start to install some stuff. So obviously got the winch installed. Control pack is removed and relocated up there. This is all the wiring for the winch, wiring for the lights that are in the front. And then today what I'm going to do is I'm going to start tearing off the bumper. and go through that and get it ready. I don't think I'm going to be able to mount this thing today. As a matter of fact, you can see the height delta difference here and there. So this is as high as my motorcycle lift goes right now. So I'm probably going to have to suspend this on something and lift it to get it higher so I can put it on, or find somebody that's got some muscles with me to help me finagle that thing up there. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. Time for another video break. Got the steel bumper removed. So remove the bumper, cut the air deflectors here and there, and then what I'm doing now is there's a captive nut on the back of this that I got to drill through and then put the extensions on there. So it's kind of okay. In for a stopping point tonight. So basically what you got here is you got this piece that goes on the back side, and it comes and bolts in behind the sway bar under there. And so this is the back side support, and then this is the front side. What this does is it keeps the airbag system intact if there's an impact. This was a bear. I tell you to take a 13 millimeter drill bit, which by the way there is no 13 millimeter drill bit in the United States that I can find. So I drilled it out with a 1/2 inch, and then I went to 17/32 to finish it out to get the retaining nut that's welded on the inside of this frame out so that you could run that bolt. And then the brackets, I mean, these are just the gunmetal steel. I mean, they're just really, really well made. And I had to take the pump for the supercharger route across. Probably better go through this hole right here, but I don't know. Anyway, I'll have Toyota look at that just to double check it. But so tomorrow morning, hopefully we can start putting this thing on. It's turning up again. So what we've done is remove the headlight. This is the indicator wiring, and I gotta do a Scotch splice into here for the wiring loom that goes down to the indicator. So that's next up. All right, gotten to the end of the instructions. So wired in the looms for the indicator lamps. The only thing that I have a question on is the fog lights. These are the fog lights here. I got this big, huge wiring loom that they sent with like an auxiliary switch, and I'm just not too happy about doing that because I'd rather time in the switch for the fog lights that are already there. So I don't know, but anyway, front end's back on, getting ready to slide this big beast on the front. So this is what we're going to do next, and hopefully I have enough muscle to handle this by myself. Not that this project has not been without challenges, because son, there have been some challenges. But the challenge at the moment is I got about 300 pounds worth of bull bar and winch on a motorcycle lift, which is good. But I got about 8 more inches that thing needs to be lifted up to even get close to getting on those mounting brackets. So this is the point right now where I'm sitting here on my stool thinking. Okay, short segment from the world's dumbest do-it-yourselfers. So somehow I was able to get this up on wood, so I have the height. But man, is this thing unstable. Just about lost it. This is how you do things with one man. Crazy. Okay, it's installed. It's not finished, but it's installed. Obviously I've got to finish the fog lights and wire up those guys, and you can see I got wiring down below, and I still got to put all the plates and stuff around there. But I went ahead and torqued it down. As far as I know, it looks even. Boy, it was a bear though, because you had to center it, then you had to kind of bit back and forth this way, back and forth that way. A lot of little adjustments and stuff before you can finally tighten everything down. So I don't know. It looks right. I guess I'll find out. Well, there it is. Project complete. And man, what a bear that was. So anyway, to finish things off, I think I mentioned this, but I put KC highlights here, just kind of give it that old school look. And then I was going to use these as ditch lights up by the front by the mirrors. And then Shane came over and he goes, dude, I think they'd look awesome right there. And he's right. That kind of ties in the bull bar, but then you still get your ditch lights that are pointing off to the left and right as you're going down a forestry service road or something. But and then it has the stone guard under here, and then these nice black coated powder coated wings. But it looks pretty mean. I'm fixing to shoot one with the lights on here in a second. That's with the lights on, being fed off of the auxiliary battery. So quite a bit of light coming off of there. It's kind of nice. Anyway, that's it. I think I'm pretty much summed up on the bull bar. Moving on to the next project.